A short, quick interview with two pioneers within the natural hair care world. I'm going to invite Jessica Marshall to come up to the stage. Can we give her a round of applause, please? All right, lady in the yellow blazer, come on. So Jessica Marshall, the founder of Naturally Beautiful Hair Care and creator of Microlocs, introduced the Microloc technique in 2009 and developed the Microloc Mastery Training and Certification Program. This online training has successfully trained tens of thousands of people worldwide. Her company, Naturally Beautiful Hair Care, focuses on uplifting Black women by combining hair care, beauty, and mental health empowerment. As a licensed social worker, Jessica uses her expertise to offer holistic services that improve not only hair care results, but also entrepreneurship opportunities within the Black community. Her work supports personal growth, professional skill development, and financial empowerment, positively impacting individuals, families, and communities. Can we please welcome this queen to the panel?
Yes.
All right, Jessica, how you feeling? How you feeling? You good?
Thank you.
I'm gonna ask you to speak into your mic. Can you hear her?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear her loud and clear?
Yes.
Okay, so, all right, so talk to me. So, you specialize in a technique called Microlocs. So for people that do not know what Microlocs is, can you please give us a definition as to what that is?
Yeah, so I'm gonna I always give credit to Sister Locks and Joanne Cromwell for paving our way for small locks. And so what I was inspired by that because I thought I wanted to lock my hair many years ago. It was about 2006, 2007.
Right.
I moved to Brooklyn.
Okay.
It is a whole mental transformation even to go natural, but to go locked, I saw that as even more permanent. And so
Right.
I got a little bit of my hesitation, and then I saw Sister Locks. So I do always want to credit because I didn't even know locks could be this small.
Right.
And then more on the journey. I share more of it on my pages. I'll just skip right forward to
Sure.
wanting to increase strength and innovation. So things that I found were needed. Because as a social worker who has a side hustle hair business at the time, it was a side hustle, I saw women in my chair crying about hair loss. As I get older, I now notice changes in my body, my hormones.
Right.
And some things are just kind of inevitable, but I feel there's such a connection to how we feel.
Right.
If your hair is coming out and you don't really have solutions, or you don't really feel like you have options to strengthen it, it really can do a number on you mentally.
Right.
And so I was tapping into that when I said, well, what can I do to remedy that, to provide some solutions that didn't exist? And that's really how I felt like I wanted to have something, also to respect the brand of SelfEsteem, have something with a different term that I was creating that was included and incorporated that innovation.
Okay.
And it came out of being a social worker wanting to help primarily women. And that's where the social worker kicked in.
Okay. So thank you for sharing that. So with you being a social worker, were there any time that you kind of like came across some challenges because of your locks? So can you tell us a little bit more about
because
that?
my hair, no. You know what's funny is that I actually got inspired to go natural in the school of social work. I went to Columbia University in Manhattan, and as you know, it's not many of us.
Speak on it.
But in the school of social work, ironically, everybody seemed like they were natural.
Okay.
And I struggled with my natural hair. And even looking at somebody else, I'm going to be very honest with y'all. Don't judge me. Okay?
No, it's not. Stay space. Stay
I
space.
grew up thinking, I didn't even see my natural, I'm getting hot because I'm telling y'all,
It's okay.
this is vulnerable.
It's okay.
I
It's
had a
all right.
perm very young because I actually was taught that my hair was nappy. It's very tightly coiled. It's very short. It breaks easily. It's fragile. So my mother threw a perm in my hair, and I remember the first time I had that perm, I was in the mirror. I felt like, okay, now I'm beautiful. So I didn't know what my hair was like until I started growing out the perm in my 20s. And I went through a whole mental breakdown while I was getting a master's degree in social work at Columbia. I was like, I cried in the mirror, and I had a supportive boyfriend at the time. He said, look in that mirror. Look how beautiful you are. And I was like, my hair is nappy. Because I wanted my hair to look like Hillary Banks and Tatiana Ali.
Right.
And it was like, no, it's going to look like how it looks.
Right.
My hair. So I knew that there was something there deeper. I know
Right.
many of y'all probably already knew that. But for me, I wasn't in the natural hair community. So for me, I was a social worker looking at this saying, there's something I need to work on this.
Right.
And this is very deep.
It's almost like your spirit was basically saying that, you know, there's more to you than what you actually think it is. So my question to you is, when you made that transition into having locks, how did you see changes within your self-esteem and how you viewed yourself? Like, what was that like? What was that journey like?
The journey, it didn't start off pretty. Okay, so I was way smaller when I started my life. Many people know I gained weight a bit, but when I was, I still always had a complex about my face being full. Anything you can have a complex on,
right?
I had it. And so I remember starting my the locks, and they were very tiny and short. And I looked in the mirror and I was like, oh no, because I was used to wearing weave hair or wigs. So I was just like, this is going to be another journey. And I was forced to kind of go through it because it wasn't as many innovations back in 2008 as it is now.
Right.
So I was forced to look at myself in the mirror and go through the process. I didn't even know what she did, how she started my locks, because I hadn't yet been trained. So I remember really looking at myself and going through the process. And then once it started to do its thing, I started to feel more and more confident. And then I saw the hang time, and my hair was doing things it never did. I never had length. I didn't have volume. I typically had like damaged hair because of the perm. So I realized that there's such a connection with hair. Hair and body image in general.
For sure. Wow, thank you. So can you tell us a little bit more about your company, Naturally Beautiful Hair Care? What was that like? How did that journey start? And can you tell us how did you get to where you are right now with that?
I started out wanting to embrace natural products. And just natural. I think a lot of us, when we go natural with our hair, we usually have either gone natural in other areas of our life or we're going natural. So it might be like cleaning up the products I use. Back then, I'm gonna get back to that, Jessica, but back then I was more, I was younger, I didn't have a child and go through some things, but I was like more conscious and fit. And I was a work exchange, yes.
Just 1 second, guys. Remember, the house rules is when someone's speaking, if we could please listen, because we really want to hear what they're saying, okay? I understand that we're here and we're having a good time and we want to see everybody, but if we could just all just listen. All right, thank you so much.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
I apologize.
That's all good. Speak it out. Speak it. Get used to it.
So basically, I really wanted to focus on natural ways and natural products. That's how I started. My little first event was in my living room, and I had a pamphlet of ingredients I looked up that were bad for you. And I did a little pamphlet and I said, we're going to talk about embracing natural products and how harmful these chemicals are. And so that's how I started it. And then so it kind of was this whole journey of just self-awareness. And at the time I was also doing work exchange with Queen and Full way back then. So I was in that phase of wanting to have things natural. So that's how I started Naturally Beautiful Hair Care. But I also realized, because of my own transition to natural, my breakdown, I call it a breakdown. I had a whole identity crisis, especially being in an all-white Ivy League environment. So I was like, I'm ugly, I'm dumb, I'm fat. I was all over the place with it. So I realized that I wanted to have a comprehensive approach to hair care and wellness. So I had my little tagline was healing through hair. I felt like we could heal physical, we can heal mental, and other things going on with us via our hair. That's it.
Right, because I think what I'm hearing is that you're saying that once you made that transition to be natural, it wasn't even just a thing where you just wanted to change your appearance. It was more of a deeper thing. So it's not just a hairstyle, it's a lifestyle. And I think what's really beautiful about her journey is the fact that she turned her pain into purpose. She had that experience, but now she's using that purpose to now give back to the community. Why? Why did you decide to say, okay, I'm gonna go back into the community, I'm gonna help people with entrepreneurship, I'm gonna help Black women? Why was that such a passion for you? Why did you feel like that has to happen?
I wanted and needed help.
Say that
I wanted and needed help.
Wow.
And I wanted to be what I needed. And I was like, I don't even know how to do my own hair. Like, I didn't know how to do my own natural hair. That was wild to me. So I was, I have to shout out a bunch of people in this room who were part, because once I moved to Brooklyn, I graduated Columbia a year or two later, I moved to Brooklyn, and I met Deborah, Hairbag, Cafella, Billy. I was all up in their faces, and that's why I felt it's important for us to reach out and support This is what we need to do. Support in so many ways, not just with hair, but we need to build community around something that's going to heal us and get us back to ourselves.
That's beautiful. I love that. And my last question to you is, if there's anybody that wants to start their natural hair journey, whether it be male, female, or what have you, what would your advice be to that person that wants to take that journey of starting their natural hair?
Get ready, be uncomfortable, but tap into there are people that are out here, like I just mentioned, and more. So I make mentors of people, even if I didn't tell y'all, I made y'all my mentor.
Hey.
And I watch how you moved, and I talk to you often, and you just get support, build a support system, and surround yourself with like-minded individuals.
Thank you so much, Jessica. This is great. For you just even sharing your story, we just hope and pray that your business just continues to soar and go to higher heights, because this is great work that you're doing, and it's really good that Lavetta is making a platform and a forum to actually shine light on the positive things that's happening within our loc community, because there's nothing negative about locks or natural hair. So thank you for the work you do, and just thank you for sharing space with us. All right, thank you. Give her a round of applause. All right. Wasn't that great, guys?
Yes.
Wasn't that amazing? Yes. We love a good conversation.